Alright everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at another brand new 2022 Lemax That's a Wrap Mummy Mortuary. Let's get into it. Okay, so right off the top here, I want to send a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Weffy's Closet. It's a great place to find all of your jewelry needs, whether that's seasonal, holiday, or something in between. Check her out at weffyscloset.com or on Instagram at weffys_closet. Okay, that's a wrap Mummy Mortuary. This one is cool for so many unique reasons, but it's so exciting to see Lemax venturing back into the Egyptian style stuff. It has been forever since we've seen a cool Egyptian piece. Some of my favorites from all time definitely fall in that theme. But nonetheless, here we are today with That's a Wrap Mummy Mortuary. So let me give you some facts. It was released, of course, in 2022, and the SKU number is 25850. Now for some dimensions. We have 9.06 inches high, 6.77 inches wide, and 4.33 inches in depth. So not gigantic, but hey, it's Egyptian, it's cool. Let's continue. Product type, lighted building, and it is made of porcelain. Now let's talk power. This is going to be one of those old school classic light bulbs with the little roll click switch. I'll try to get that up on the screen for you now. It is really simple. Now let's talk price. They're going for about $59.99 at Michael's. They are a little cheaper in some other places. However, Michael's does of course offer a million different kinds of coupons, so it within reason ends up being about the same, if not a little bit cheaper. So that about wraps up all the facts, so now it's time we take a closer look. So starting from the top here, there's not an ultra amount of stuff going on the roof itself, and again, this is, on the lower end of the price range, so I don't expect too much to go on, especially from just a standard classic light on the roof, right? So on the roof, you're just gonna see some yellow and the black just to kind of tie things in, but not much going on. However, that changes very quickly when we move a little further here into the front itself. This is where you're gonna see what I believe is the star of the show out the gate, no question. The huge mummy. I mean, this thing is crazy cool. And they didn't go skimpy on the details. I mean, he's overall pretty well detailed. And with the, gosh, I don't know the proper names. I don't want to screw this up, but the hat and the stuff that he's wearing, I know there's some proper names for it, but come on guys, look at that. It even has a snake going. I mean, the mummy is really cool. And it's kind of what drew me in initially when I saw this house. I mean, just on the fact that it was Egyptian, I was interested because I like that part of the Lemax collection. But when I saw that face, I was like, oh. And then when I opened up the box and I saw that it wasn't like this plastic face or anything, it was actually like a mold out of porcelain. It was just super hardcore in a sense. I mean, it really was like, hell yeah. So, okay, as we continue to move down more towards the middle, you're gonna see some really cool Egyptian style like architecture. I like how they did kind of like the post and the, trim around the windows, if you will, and all the little brick or stonework rather. It was cool, and the way that they mix the colors kind of all tie in, but at the same time a little unique. And I know that sounds a little like I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to just connect all these dots for you. And again, these videos are first impressions, so really cool. I like the window shape. I think it complements and helps make the building look taller than it actually is, so a little bit of a plus there. All right, as we continue to work our way down, you're going to see the really cool logo itself. That's a wrap Mummy Mortuary. Seems to fit well. I really like the skeleton mummies on each side. That's kind of what sold the overall logo thing for me. It's got the bird. It's just overall, again, guys, this is one of those pieces where it's going to be simple. You're at the $60 price range, so we're not expecting a whirlwind of stuff. But I think for $60, especially if you can use a coupon, it could be a really great addition. I'm definitely going to use this in my village throughout the years, no question about it. Okay, sorry, I'm all over the place on this one. Let's keep going. I'm just excited. I don't get to review a lot of Egyptian stuff, and I'm just such a big fan of that theme. All right, so as we continue to work our way down more towards the bottom, there is a lot to see here as well. Starting with the window, you can see there is like almost like a mummification or something in process. It looks like he is the skeleton or mummy that would be doing the mummification in there, or taking care of things in the mortuary style, if you will. So really cool there, and I've said this in other videos, I like when you look through the window and there's actually something there to see. There's like another piece inside. It gives the house some depth, if you're asking my opinion. All right, on the outside, there is still so much more to see. You're going to see everything from more of the Egyptian stonework, which is absolutely beautiful, to even some gravestones. So I don't know if they're selling those or what the deal is with that, but there's also some other cool little things like some mummies and what appear to be rabbits or something. There's also more snakes, which is nice. And what I originally thought was toilet paper, turns out it's not. It's mummy wrap. I don't know why I even thought it was toilet paper, but they do look like toilet paper rolls, but I believe they're actually mummy wraps. So, again, they're trying to keep with that theme all the way around. On each side of the building, there is some other details. There's some supplies on one side and another snake on the other. And I'm going to try to show you a bunch of different, angles of this house. So look, guys, here's the thing. The bottom line is this is going to be kind of the mid-entry level kind of, house for this year's Spooky Town. And yes, I know $60 is still expensive. Trust me, I know I bought one. And, but nonetheless, all things considered, for what you get and how scarce the Egyptian theme actually is with Lemax, it's really cool to hold something back in our hands that follows that theme. And it will tie in with those older school Lemax pieces. So if you're worried about the time difference being a problem, it's not going to be. And that's, I think, also partly why they maybe went with the porcelain on this. It's going to help tie that in a little bit better on some of those older Egyptian style pieces from the classic years. But it's gonna be a really cool piece that I think over time will become more popular than it may be at the moment. And if anything, it's probably gonna be quite underrated for now, I believe. This is gonna be one of those pieces that's gonna kind of go under the radar, and then all of a sudden it's gonna get super popular again. So, and then, they're gonna be a lot more. So you might as well get it now. And when everyone else is paying a bunch more later, you're gonna go, not me, I got one. So do yourself a favor, use a coupon, get yourself one. You'll really enjoy it. And the sizing, don't even worry about it. It's going to work. It will fit in just fine. It's not the biggest, but by no means is it some tiny piece either. It does have a slight bit of weight to it. It's porcelain, right? So there's definitely a little bit of weight to it. And I have gotten some feedback from some of you wanting me to talk about the weight of these houses as well. I don't usually cover that, but I'll try to the best of my memory to comment on that when I remember. But for this one, it's porcelain. It's not the heaviest thing in the world, but it's got some weight, and it's definitely could shatter easily if dropped. So be cautious, but it's really cool, guys. And I'm going to be adding it into my Egyptian collection. So hopefully you'll get to see that video when I release it this season. I'll be doing a filming of my village, and hopefully will see it in there. Granted, if I have the room, because room is such an issue for me. But anyways, guys, thank you as always for continuing to support my channel. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the lights so you can see this thing in all of its glory. Don't forget to check one out at your local store in person. It is so much cooler than it looks in the picture. Thank you. And as always, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.